What's up, everybody? It is your girl, Bonnie Scotch. I am so sorry that I haven't been here this week to update y'all on, the things, the pop culture things we usually come down here and speak about. Um, it has been a very interesting week for me. I will say that. So come on in the room, y'all, please. Happy Sunday. I hope everybody is having a great weekend. So on my community post last week on Saturday, I had posted that I was stepping outside for a solo date. I'm going to get started at the 5-minute mark, by the way. I posted that I was going outside for a solo date. Okay. That was on Saturday. Now, y'all, I went out, I put on really cute clothes. I put on all of my favorite perfumes. I really put that shit on. Hey, Aaliyah, thank you for joining. I really put that shit on Saturday. And I know I had been telling y'all for weeks now, like I had been dealing with depression and kind of just like in my head and not really feeling like myself, kind of all over the place. Anyway, last week, Saturday, I was going to jump on with y'all. And I was like, nah, the doctor told me I needed more vitamin D. She prescribed me some. I was like, let me go outside in the sun. Y'all, that has been like the best medicine for me in the last week, like actually going outside. So I went out on Saturday and I felt amazing. And there was something very special about that day that I went out, right? I had freshly pressed my hair that morning and I went to the shopping center and I didn't really see anything like what I wanted to get. I stopped at the Ulta to see if they had the sacred drops. They were supposed to be 50% off that day. It was all sold out. So I was like, child, let me go online. So I ended up going to the Guitar Center to look for a piece of equipment. What I wanted was not on sale. I was about to go to the beauty supply store, but it was hot outside and I was starting to feel faint. So I was like, let me go sit down and get something to eat. So I went to one of my favorite restaurants in that area. And I always sit at the bar whenever I go out on my solo dates. So I went and I sat at the bar. And because, at the bar, you get the best service, you get tip top service. Hey, Jameer, thank you for joining, baby. Happy Sunday. Hit the like button for me, y'all. Okay. Um, so I'm really amazing. So I met them on Saturday, and then we ended up going out twice on Sunday and Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. So I've been having a lot of fun with my new friends. Hey, always been Shayla. Thank you so much for joining. I feel like that's a new name. Welcome. So I just said all of that to say, like, sometimes you really just need to get outside. Like that can be the best medicine, like meeting new people, connecting, getting the best service at the bar, feeling like you're in a Bobby Valentino video. Y'all, I got stopped all day. I got compliments all that day. I mean, men, women. There was a teenager outside of Ulta that was like, oh my God, miss, you look so nice. You look like Black excellence. And it just meant so much to me because, teenagers don't really be checking for folks like that. So anyway, get outside and get some sun, y'all. Get outside. I watch all the time, but rarely catch a live. Well, thank you so much for joining. Aaliyah, see you starting already. You are starting already. All right, y'all. We got some things to talk about. We got to catch up on the things. We're doing our little catch-up sesh right now. So, hey, hot commodity. What's up, sis? Thank you so much for joining. Sis, I'm doing really well, actually. Because, for a while for me, it was a little touch and go. It was a little touch and go for me. Like I was dipping back into depression, like my hair wasn't done. Like I was just all over the place. And then last week, Saturday, I went out, met some new friends, and they have had me in the streets damn near every day in the last week. And it's just been so incredible for my spirits. It's really been amazing. Symmetry, what's up, babes? What's going on, Robert? Thank y'all so much for joining. Thank you, Symmetry. I appreciate you, boo. Y'all, we got some stuff we got to get into today. Let's go, baby. The folks are calling him Lady Whistledown. The people are calling Young Thug Lady Whistledown. And I'm just like, what is going on with this man? Every day that I wake up, there is a new leaked phone call. Y'all, let me just go through my notes because it's just been so much. Oh, and before I start talking about Young Thug and RHOP, I just wanted to start this live by saying rest in peace to Rolling Ray. We lost a real one, a social media maven, a DMV legend. I was so sad to hear about that. Actually, I was in the streets when I learned about it. My new friend was like, hey, like this just happened. I was like, what the fuck? Anyway. Exactly, hot. Thug is the true yapper, baby. Baby. Listen. So yeah, Aaliyah. Yeah, just a couple of days ago. So rest in peace to Roland Ray. He's given us a lot of the fun sayings that we use all of the times. Like he was the one who came up with it's not giving what it was supposed to have gave. It never gave dead. Like I'm gonna miss him so much. What a treasure. So rest in peace, Rolling Ray. I had to just start this live off by saying that. But child, let's get into these thugger calls. I feel like y'all have heard what all this man has been saying, but now there's a range of things that we could talk about with Young Thug. Listen, Aaliyah, the way Maddie and Craig are about to go in. Happy Sunday, Dr. Brianna. It's so good to see y'all. I legit have missed y'all. Like I really, really missed y'all. And I felt so bad last week because I was like, I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna jump in. I was in the streets the next day. In the streets all week. So anyway, let's get into it. And then like we have like our new show starting up, so I'm really excited about that. We got SLC, we got RHOP, baby. Craig's mouth. Ray is a Virgo. Oh yeah, his birthday just passed. I don't know why when you said Ray I thought about Karen's Ray. My bad, my brain just blanked out for a second. We miss you too, but you got to enjoy your life. I know that's right, Nana. That's exactly it. Like life be life in, and you gotta be a real person sometimes and be present to the moment. So I'm just glad that I got a chance to do that. And then it was kind of crazy too, because that Saturday that I went out and I was in my Bobby Valentino video, that was actually the Saturday of my cousin's funeral. So I was actually supposed to literally be in New York that weekend, and I just wasn't feeling well at all. I wasn't feeling good. I was on my period, but I was like, I still need to go out. I need to do something for myself. I can't sit in the house like for another week, you know? So I appreciate you, Nana. All right. So what do we have to make of these leaked calls? Because there's been so many that like I can't even show y'all everything because I just feel like we're going to be sitting here for an hour going through calls. But I'm going to talk about the ones that stood out to me. Okay. First things first, the Glorilla call where he was on the phone with his girlfriend Mariah the scientist, and he was talking about how Glorilla is ugly. I didn't like that because I just feel like you don't have no space to be talking about nobody's looks. But then Glorilla turned around and tweeted something about this man be blowing up my phone asking me the color of my eyes. And I said, you see what it is? I'm sure so many women have experienced this like I have, but sometimes you be walking down the street minding your business and a man try to talk to you and you ignore him and it's, oh, F you, you ugly ass B. And it's like, oh, all of a sudden I'm ugly. But when you was trying to talk to me, it wasn't all of that. It wasn't that energy. Oh, my condolences to you. Did you make it to the I actually did not. I was here. And I I haven't been to the West Indian Day Parade since probably my early 20s. I feel like when you live in New York and you grow up around the parade and like all of that, like you know what you're gonna get, you know what to expect. So I don't go to the parade anymore. I try to avoid it actually at all costs. But yeah, so these calls, y'all. The Glorilla thing, I really didn't like that because it gave like, you know, you was trying to talk to that girl and she probably paid you dust. And now you on the phone with your girlfriend talking about how she's ugly. And then the other side to that, Mariah the scientist, she on the phone with him kikiing, talking about, oh, they say she looked like Rihanna. I thought she was trying to be funny when she said that. Cause I felt like she knew he was gonna say, oh, she don't look like no damn Rihanna. Now you got this call that leaked of him recently saying that he was messing with somebody right before he went to jail. So he was cheating on you, girl. And I know he cheated on her before. So listen, she don't give me the type that's going to leave. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? What else? He talked about being mad about Kendrick not giving him a feature. He also felt like J. Cole should have did a collab with one of his homies. I forget the rapper that he cited. I don't know his name. Um, but it's just like this weird entitlement with him too. It's like you feel like everybody owes y'all features. Y'all, I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. I like to think I'm a person that keeps my ears to the streets, but I don't know any Young Thug music. I don't know a Young Thug verse. I don't know a Young Thug bar line. Oh, my boo is in here. Hey, Jabril. Thank you for joining, babe. Can y'all do me a huge favor and hit the like button for me, okay? So I just felt like that was really strange. And then Andre 3000 caught a stray. Now remember early in his career, I don't know if people were comparing him to Andre 3000 because they're both from Atlanta and they both had like very um unconventional styles of dress. So there's this picture of Young Thug. Let me find it. Young Thug dress. And people were comparing him to Andre 3000 and basically saying like 3K paved the way for a Young Thug to be able to wear something very unconventional like this. I'm going to share my screen with y'all really quick. Okay. So this is the dress, right? And Young Thug didn't like the Andre 3000 comparisons all of those years ago. Apparently, like he really hated it, you know. And then in a recent call, he was saying, like, what has Andre 3000 ever done for anybody? He ain't never put nobody on. I'm like, what is all of the venom? Young Thug was just like my get lit and do stupid shit in college music. Yeah, I feel that. That's what it gives. Like he's like a vibes type of artist. Wasn't he the one on that song? What's the name of that song? Lifestyle? Did a lot of shit just to live this head lifestyle. Isn't that him? And Rich Homie Quan? I remember that dress, not gonna hold you, but it was a look when it came out. It was. No, it was. He ate that. And Future. Okay. Now, speaking of Future, can I just tell y'all that leaked call about Future? I think it was a couple. I don't remember if it was the same conversation, but y'all, let me see if I have it. Hold on. Because that shit was a key to me, honey. I'm gonna have to play this one for y'all. Cause he was spitting on this. All right, listen to this, y'all.
For sure. She about letting him order some of his babies for sure. 100%. took that bitch, man. We went to Dubai one year. He took that bitch.
Wait, can y'all hear that? Let me know. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear that. He was very on point about Drake and Future. Exactly, Shayla. Okay, Lifestyle was Rich song, but he was on it. Okay, I got you. He also had that song with Nicki Minaj. That was his best song, probably. Okay, I'm gonna have to peep at that because I don't know that. I don't think I know that one. Okay, y'all can hear it. Perfect. Listen to this, y'all. Let me just refresh the page, honey. Oh.
She about letting abort some of his babies for sure. 100%. For sure. He done took that bitch, man. We went to Dubai one year. He took that bitch to Dubai with us. Her and baby mama. Yeah. I know for sure she don't have some abortion.
Yeah. And the other one, I heard he all the way burnt out.
Oh, definitely.
Like the worst way.
Guess the crazy part is when I became a superstar, I stopped none of them bitches when I became a superstar. I started being like, bitches, I know a bitch gonna try to trick me. I stopped none of them hoes when I became a superstar. These niggas start none of them hoes when they become a superstar. I did it the backward way, like.
Shit, that's how they get their money. I don't know. I know a lot of bitches that done aborted his kids for sure.
Yeah, man.
Like a lot too.
For sure. Arabia did. That nigga nuts in Arabia, man. Tripping.
What do he be thinking? I don't understand sometimes. Like,
but that can't come out of there. That shit said he ain't nigga like, I can't come out of there, motherfucker. Oh. Yeah. I'm 38, 39, all the kids grown. I'm just smack straight young shit and none of them hoes. Fuck it. Just I'm gonna play a rich shit. That shit it's really fire, but it ain't. It should be just like one or two girls like Bob Marley, you know. Bob Marley, well, he had a lot of baby mamas too though. But he was more like a real father too though, you know. Pluto got to like settle down and really just be with all the kids. People went looking at Bob Marley like, ew, you got 15 kids. You got 25 kids. I think Bob Marley got like 25 kids. People weren't looking at him like he was bad because he was like a real father. He was just like super there and just being a super that, being whatever the best he could be. So women, he wasn't like disgraceful to women. Women wanted to have his kids. Pluto is like, you pushing the P. Bitches want to have your kids and shit too, but you still got to be like 100% locked in with the kids. You like 100% locked in with the bitches. That's the wrong way to go.
Y'all, that man said, you supposed to be 100% locked in with your kids, but you're 100% locked in with the bitches. I don't like the stuff that he said about Glorilla, but the stuff that he had to say about Future, that was so fucking on point. Here's the thing too. I don't know if this happens like within friendship groups, like male friendship circles. I don't know if, niggas are calling their homeboys deadbeats to their face. Future needed to hear that. Wake that up. That's why low-key I'm here for these calls. Now, even though I'm here for these calls because they're messy and I like to listen to the mess, I also feel like, who the fuck did Young Thug piss off? Cause like, yes, these calls are recorded and monitored. Yeah. But at the same time, you know how many famous niggas go to jail all the time? So is it that like he has been like stacking up enemies in the background, or is it that like other famous niggas just don't have these juicy ass calls? Like I don't know what it is. Okay, so him bringing up Bob Marley, I'm like, how did Bob Marley get in it at first? But I understood what he was saying. Like, he's essentially saying, like, Bob Marley had like 25, 30 kids, and, people wasn't running around looking for him talking about you need to be taking care of your kid. Now, I also heard, now I don't know if this is true, but I also heard that recently Sierra had changed Little Future's name to Wilson, from Future's last name to Wilson. Hey, listen, his father is not present in his life the last time I heard. Yes, on a Sunday, FM. Now listen. Hey, D Nicole, what's up, baby? Hey, babes. Thank you so much for joining. Do me a huge favor, y'all, and hit that like button. I'm so happy to see all my boos in here. Yes, FM. I'm up in here on a Sunday because I don't know if you caught the first part of the live where I said I was running the streets essentially like every day this week with my new friends. So, but yeah. And then, like, all of these thugger calls are so funny because remember with the Rico case with him and Gunna, he was trying to make it seem like Gunna was a rat and Gunna was a snitch and all of this stuff. Like, he kept going at him, going at him, going at him, right? And Gunna stayed quiet. He kept his head low. He went back to work. You could tell he was working out probably. He got his teeth done. He just stayed quiet. He didn't say shit to nobody because you could tell he was just trying to live like a good life. Like, I'm not on this shit with y'all. Like, and that's the thing too, right? Like, this whole no snitching, no ratting thing, that culture, like, that only applies to like niggas from the streets. If you're a regular civilian and you're an artist and you're just trying to live your life and you're not trying to be caught up in that shit, like, yeah, you're gonna tell what you need to say, tell what you need to tell, so you can take a plea and not have to sit in jail. I'm not mad at that. I love it here for it. Just enter. Thank you, FM. I appreciate you, boo. Future don't have access to that boy like that because Sierra said, if you're not going to be present, then don't be here because we're good. That's how it should go. I actually agree with that, hot commodity, because I think it is I think it's more beneficial to have consistency in a child's life than to have somebody who is like promising the kid, like, oh, I'm gonna come get you this day, and then they don't come and get the kid. And it's setting up all of this disappointment and resentment and contempt and whatever else. You have a present and available father in the home, a rich ass stepdaddy named Russell Wilson. I don't think baby Future wants for anything. I don't even think he's checking for his daddy. I don't think he cares. Hello? Queen Script said, first time here, period. Welcome, Queen Script. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. If you don't mind hitting the like button for me. Gunna looking real attractive now. Never looked at him before, but he took his health seriously and it shows. You know what? I never looked at Gunna before either. And when he started to like lose the weight and everything, he got his teeth done. I was like, okay, Gunna, like he looks nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I said, good for him. What's up, Kahara? Thank you so much for joining, boo. I'm so happy to see y'all. I genuinely missed y'all. I really, really did. But y'all, life be life in. Get out there and run the streets. If you missed the first part of the live, I was saying, I was going through a little depression and I had to go outside and get some sun. And, I met some new friends, and that's just been really cool because, we all need community. So, all right, what else we got here? Oh, and then one more call that I found really interesting was the one about Drake. Did y'all hear that one? Where essentially he was saying that Drake was fucked up for calling Metro Boomin about a song because his mom had just died. So I didn't know this, but Metro Boomin's mom was apparently murdered in 2022 by her husband. It was a murder suicide. I was like, oh my God. Y'all, I didn't know that. I felt so bad for Metro Boomin. Like to be going, okay, to lose your mom is one thing, is traumatic enough. But to lose her violently at the hands of somebody that you knew, somebody she was married to, somebody that was supposed to love her, um, that's scary. That's scary. The last time I checked, homicide was the number one killer of Black women. I mean, of pregnant Black women. I'm sorry. Homicide was the number one killer of pregnant Black women. Intimate partner violence is taking us up out of here. Like learning that, like I don't know if I knew that and I just forgot about it, but I was just like, oh my God. But Thugger was like, it was fucked up of Drake to get on this man's line asking about a damn song, and he just lost his mom in the worst way. And I was like, okay, this is somebody who actually does have some semblance of emotional intelligence. And he recently was like, you know, apologizing, saying, oh, I was in jail, I was angry, I was upset, I didn't really hate Gunna. I know people are gonna have their different feelings about that, but hopefully this will be a lesson for him. You know what I'm saying? Watch the shit you say and watch the way you treat people, because like I said, it's hella famous niggas in jail. And y'all, have we ever heard leak calls from somebody in jail? I don't know that I've ever heard this before, or maybe I just forgot. But to this extent is wild. Just wild. So I appreciated him calling Drake out on his bullshit too. I just wonder, like, are y'all having these conversations with each other? Are y'all direct with each other? Like, I just and men try to do this thing where they act like they're so above drama and so above mess and gossip and all of that. They chatty patties too. I don't know how direct men are with their friends about the fuck shit that they be on. Um, I see it in pockets. Like, for example, my best friend, her husband, um, I know he has like friends and family members that if he sees stuff out of order, he'll call it out. Like, I've literally heard her husband like going bad on a nigga on the phone, like saying, hey, you're out of order, you're out of line. What, like, so I hear it happen in pockets, but I just don't know like if men feel like enough safety to be able to even confront each other about the fuck shit that they be on. Do men do that? I think there was a Diddy one, not this many though. Okay. I don't know if I heard that. But on another note, even if she passed naturally, why would Drake make this about him? Let that man breathe for a second. Damn, exactly. Exactly. Like somebody is grieving their mom. Relax. And just be like a normal person. Like it's okay to just like have like a certain kind of thoughtfulness and consideration. Like everything is not about money. Everything is not about the next thing. It's just so like, let's be clear, some men are straight up, but a lot of them are P. Men are the biggest chatty patties, and that's why we say be careful who you mess with, because they'll have secret convos about you to their homies. Child, that's the one right there. Okay, it wasn't too wild. It was about him going on about how nobody was checking on him since getting arrested. Um, I wouldn't check for your ass either. The only people that should have really been checking for Puff Daddy was his kids. Because my thing is, if you going out of your way to check on that man and it's like those kinds of allegations, not everybody's going to be looking at you. So he has to understand, like, he put himself in that predicament. All right, y'all. Let's jump into a little bit of Bravo land. Let's get into Bravo land. Let's talk about a couple of things. First, let's talk about The RHOP trailer that came out not too long ago. I'm sure you all have seen it, right? How do we feel about it? How did we feel about the RHOP trailer, y'all? I thought it was cute. Let me play it really quick. I'm only going to play the sound. Can y'all hear that?
Not a day goes by that I don't think about you. In a lot of ways, life has been moving on.
I stand before you after 3 arduous years of my divorce.
I'm committed to you, and I'm.
Okay, so Ashley is getting divorced.
I know she ain't bring TJ around just.
Stacy has brought her, I don't think he's her ex-husband. Well, she said she was divorced at the reunion. Remember that? And now he's back around. His face is not blurred. She's talking about working things out. Okay.
Get back with her man. Oh my God.
To new friends.
Welcome, Angel. We've known each other since we were 18. Since we were young. Hi.
There's a very pretty, thick lady named Angel here who looks to be a friend of Giselle.
I repping me into this group. No leave.
I have a friend. Her name is Tia.
I was just knackered.
Okay, there's another friend named Tia who she's giving me like UK. She's giving me British vibes. Very prim and proper, you know. She's got a little accent like this, and she's probably gonna, you know, sip her tea with her pinky like this. I can't wait to hear the tea on Stacy, child.
Naked? Naked? Not what's up, babe.
If you send him a coochie pic, will he recognize it?
Kiara asking somebody if you sent him a coochie pic, will he recognize it?
Don't even know what language they're speaking.
And some things haven't changed at all.
I just want $5. You are weird. You are weird.
I am Captain Save the Hose.
This is very white loving. Oh, I see buzz. I am Mrs. Stacy when she get here. What is it? Man, sometimes your breath can be a little on the hot side.
Okay, they calling Stacy's breath hot in this. Now, I did go to the Kempire show. When was not the one that just passed in August, the one that was before that when he came to the DMV. I was at that one. I feel like it was earlier this year, or was it late last year? I can't remember. But I was at that show and Stacy was there and I spoke to her and we were pretty close to each other. And I don't remember her breath being hot. Now, I would have said that if that was my experience. Now, I'm not saying that just because I didn't experience it doesn't mean that it's not other people's experience. So I'm just wondering if like they're just being mean to her. I don't know.
Wow. In New York, I lied. What is your issue with me?
You lied for a year, Stacy.
Stacey trying.
Okay, so she's saying in New York, I lied. So apparently she did start a cannabis company. And y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think that's a big deal. I don't really care about that. So what? So what? Y'all, Happy Eddie is in the dispensary nearby my house. I haven't tried it yet. I'm definitely gonna try it and I'll let y'all know how I like it. But like there's a let other people get a piece of the pie. It ain't that big a deal. Like, why we gotta be crabs in the barrel? You know, like I just don't get what the big deal is. Maybe it's just me. And then it's like also Stacy just met Wendy. So what? And even if they was friends, like your friend can't start a similar business to you. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like if I start a business or if I have like something that I'm working on and one of my homegirls is like, oh, you know, I'm going to do blah, blah, blah. It'd be like, okay, girl, well, let me know if you have questions or where you need help. Maybe I'm just different. Cause I have friends and we have a lot of similar things going on. We're all artists for the most part. My best friend, we have like a lot of similarities. We're both musicians, we're both beauty professionals. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, she's a licensed nail tech. We're both on YouTube. And we talk every day and we help each other with everything, like game plans, brainstorming. Oh, I saw this. Oh, did you see blah blah blah? Oh, this new thing is going on YouTube. Oh, this is happening in the algorithm. Oh, did you get this email? Like literally that's how we are. I think for me it's like I don't have a competitive spirit in that way. So it's just very odd to me when people are like, "Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this too." It's like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa." I don't know, y'all. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I just find it to be weird. That's my thing, Jabril. Did Wendy even care that much? I feel like at the reunion, Giselle cared more than Wendy. Jabril, you're funny. It looks suspicious when you go to their event, start the same kind of company, but never mention it. Not that she's starting a company at all. I do agree that if you don't mention it, I get how it would look suspicious. I think too, depending on the person, right? Like I know with myself specifically and certain things that I am working on, I am not quick to tell somebody that I'm working about something because I just want to see it through to the other side. I want to make sure like it's something that I can actualize before I mention what it is. Because sometimes I'll mention something that I'm working on and I feel like too many eyes and too much energy on something can stop it from happening. I don't think people mean to evil eye you. I don't think it's intentional, but I think sometimes like people generate feelings based on like their own perceived inadequacies or whatever. And yeah. So it's a touchy thing. But I do get what you're saying. Like if I'm really friends with you, it would be weird not to mention like that I'm starting a very similar business to you. I do understand how that is totally like, that's odd. I guess when it looks like a sneaky thing, then it's a problem, but that market doesn't belong to any specific person. I agree with that. I'm with you, Hot. Sis, I'm with you on that. The market doesn't belong to anybody. Eddie is new to this. I also feel like Black people should be more involved in that industry. I just do. Especially considering like how many niggas have been criminalized and locked up on cannabis charges. And now, we're seeing it legalized here and there and everywhere. And people got farms and it's all of this like, cannabis culture. And it seems like specific people are benefiting, but are locked up. How does that make sense? Jabril, you feel me? You feel me on that. Your ideas do need to be protected. And I mean, like, sometimes it needs to be between you and God for real. Don't tell your mother, don't tell your father. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think that people mean to have ill intent but people can be very insecure. And, you know, I've had to learn this the hard way myself. Like sometimes I'll be excited about something and I'll want to share it with somebody in my family, for example, and they're not excited for me. So I can feel that, I can sense that, and lesson learned. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. I only share things with people who can share that joy and excitement with me. Cause you're not about to have me out here second guessing nothing that I do. Move in silence, never announce things until it's officially signed on the dotted line and it's ready to be announced in due time. Baby, I'm so big on this. I am so big on that one. Portia and Shamia's mama had the same issue, but all fair in business, I guess, child. There's something going on with Portia and Shamia's mama, and I am praying that we get some backstory for season 17. We're going to have to jump on a little bit later this week and talk about some season 17 things. I know they're on a trip to Dallas. I know there's been some rumblings between K. Michelle and Angela Oakley, so we'll have to jump on and talk about that. Yeah, child. Well, people will destiny swap, so you have to be careful. Really? What? I've never heard of that term, Hot. I'm gonna have to look into that. You just taught me something new. I'm gonna look into that. Y'all know y'all be teaching me stuff. Y'all be putting me on. So I'm gonna look into that. When I tell you I'm so excited for K. Michelle, are you? I'm really interested in how she's gonna carry this season because she is such a big personality and character. All right. Let me get back to RHOP because y'all know we go on our little side tangents. All right.
On a cannabis line to be in competition with Happy Eddie. Are we still talking about your situation? Everyone knows that you have a boyfriend. Right up your alley. Wait, is it chocolate?
Why was Mauricio here? Y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. Mauricio is kind of fine to me. Mauricio is fine. Now, I didn't too much care for Mauricio when I heard that, or when I think I saw that he was laughing whenever Erica Jane had cussed out Garcelle's son. I didn't like that he and Kyle were laughing. I was like, oh, fuck him after that. But he's still sexy to me. Nana said, me too, Bonnie. Mrs. Ginger Jordan said, yes, he is. Listen, we have eyes. We have eyes and we have taste. Mauricio is fine. Period. We have eyes and we have taste, baby. They took a trip to Aspen and he's always hanging down there. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. He also donated a large sum of money to a country currently doing Is Mauricio Jewish? Yep. I remember that, Aaliyah. All four of them was sitting up there laughing. Ciao. See, you can never give a man a compliment too good because they always gonna do or say something that just fucks it up. Anyway.
Good to see you. Personally, I just don't think your relationship is good for you.
We have Kiarna's mother, Kay's mother, saying, personally, I don't think that this relationship is good for you. Now, am I imagining things? But at the end of last season, I thought that she had announced that they had broken up. And I had posted a clip of that, or like what I thought was her saying that they were broken up. So what is going on here? Did they get back together? Did they really never break up? I'm just glad that, we can hear the problem in the room now. Because before I felt like we could only see it. And now that somebody is saying it out loud, sometimes it's a thing that needs to be said so that a person can acknowledge it and address it, right? Because I feel like sometimes I feel like Kiarna is pretending that everything is okay in her relationship. You know that this shit is out of order. Babes, you too much of a bad bitch for this, but for whatever reason, she has convinced herself that he's the one. She doesn't see her value beyond this guy, and that is just very sad to me. So, hopefully her mother, her friends, the audience can wake that up. But the other thing to that is I really don't see how Kiarna could still be with this man after reading those comments. The comments alone should have woke it up. She isn't, he ain't even a baller. Can I just say something about this really quick? And I know I have like women of all ages watching my channel, but I have to say this. I don't give a fuck how much money a man has. Do not let no man stress you out. It's not worth it. It's just not. It's going to cost you. In fact, it's going to cost you even more when he has money because, you know, they're more controlling when they have, you know, a financial edge over you. Like, I would rather somebody, you know, who is not a baller, but has like emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, can communicate, and moves through conflict with kindness, as opposed to a fucking bozo who treats me like shit and has a lot of money. Hello? So, ladies, please just be very, very careful who you partner with. Like, yeah, I don't give a fuck how much money you have. You're not going to annoy me. You're not going to make my nerves bad. You're not going to embarrass me. Like, come on. Come on. I feel you, Shayla. I'm with you. I don't see the appeal either. Child, you can get 6.5, 7 with a stable regular job and good communication skills. Skip these 10s and these millionaires. Child.
Listen, I know you're going through a lot with Greg.
Now, somebody said to Kiarna, listen, I know you're going through a lot with Greg. And she said, oh, you see that right there? Y'all, I never in my life want to be in a place or a position where I'm getting into it with somebody and they throw my nigga back in my face because they know that my man treats me like shit. Oh, girl, y'all can go ahead and shut the production down right now. Cut the cameras, dead ass. Just go. All right. Yeah. I'm going to grab my bag. Somebody grab my charger out the wall and I'm done. That's it for me. You can go home after that, babes. Because what else is there to say? You can't even argue with a bitch good because she knows that your man drags you. Don't come over here with no fucking energy for me, bitch. Save the energy for your nigga. Y'all, that's nasty. That's nasty work right there. That's nasty. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Listen, you come on this show, your relationship or any reality or whatever, you decide to put a motherfucker on camera, your shit better be in tip-top motherfucking shape. The only thing I ever want to see between a man and a woman in a heterosexual relationship is princess treatment. That's the only thing I ever want to see. Pack it up. Stick a fork in her. She's done. For me, because it's like, what can you say to that? We know your nigga is dragging you, so what the fuck can you say to me, bitch? I don't even fucking respect you. That's fucking cold-blooded, y'all. That's nasty. And I can't wait to see it because sometimes things need to be woken up like that. You need to have that reality check. Don't talk to me. Talk to your man who talks to you crazy. Yeah. Wendy says, I just realized that he doesn't love me. Now, y'all know how production likes to play games. Y'all know production loves to play on people's tops. I truly, in my heart of hearts, do not feel like she is talking about her husband. It ain't no way she's talking about Happy Eddie. This man has, I wouldn't say he's forsaken his family, maybe his family has forsaken him, but in order for their relationship to work, that put a strain on his relationship with his own family. So I feel like maybe is Wendy is talking about somebody in her family, maybe her dad, her stepdad, her father-in-law, a cousin, I don't know who they are pulling into the fold, because when you think about it, right? Wendy, in the scheme of Real Housewives of Potomac, what is Wendy's storyline really aside from like conflict with the other women? We don't really have a real look into Wendy's life. So I'm kind of interested if this is going to be like the first season we really get to like peek behind the curtains of what's going on in her life, which I think would be amazing. Listen, Jameer, you already know. You know. Exactly. Exactly. Y'all know. Y'all know how we have been playing this game for a long time. We know how production does. They're going to cut some shit up and put a lot of sauce on it, and they want to pull in the viewers. That's exactly what they're supposed to do. They're trolling us. I would do it too. If I had that edit in my hands, that clip would go up. Because now it's speculation. Now we're having these conversations of, is she talking about Eddie? I really do not believe she's talking about Eddie. Because what? That's our favorite husband on Potomac. That's like for real a good man, Savannah. So, yeah, no, I'm not entertaining that. I'm not going to let production play mind games with me. What's up, W Payne? What's going on, baby? It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining. I think she's talking about her father. Yeah, I think so too, Alex. I agree with that. I agree with that. Baby, I'm an editor. Have done that before multiple times. Suspense is key. Production is messy. Exactly. That's exactly it.
Andy, I'm so sorry. There's a constant desire to have an issue with me. You're not here with your size 11 shoes. You want to talk about what you
Ashley is telling Stacy to get out of here with her size 11 shoes and to gallop away. Wendy is saying, you're always trying to find issue with me. I wonder who that's about. I wonder if it's directed towards Giselle.
you got chin check. Don't let this accent fool you. I'm not mother.
The British one is saying, don't let this accent fool you, love. Wow, okay. I'm always interested in like how a person is brought in, and because how a person is brought into a show really sets up the rest of the dynamics, if you all have noticed, right? Like with Karen, for example, the people that Karen bring in, and we saw a little bit of this fallout last year. She's going to bring you in, but she's going to tell you this and that and this and that about each person, and then you're going to make up your mind, and then based on the information that you got from whoever brought you in is going to dictate how you treat that person now. So I'm just very interested in how all of these dynamics are going to play out. I'm reading y'all's comments. I see y'all. W Payne, I might make you a moderator at some point. I'm gonna look for another name who is in here very, very often. Just so we can have like a balance of at least 2 people per live. Cause Jameer, you be holding me down, baby. And shout out to Raina and Ariel. Listen, we all have lives. We all have things going on. So shout out to my mod squad. Y'all know I love y'all down. I really, really love y'all down. Okay, but I'm gonna look at some more names and see who all I'm gonna pull up to be a mod. Hey, Antonia, what's up, baby? I haven't seen you in so long. How are you? How are you, babes? Okay. But yeah, y'all, I'm just interested in how some of this is going to play out because, you know, if you come in with Giselle, Giselle's enemies are going to be your enemies, so on and so forth. So happy Sunday, JP. Thank you for joining. Ashley is a good mini me. Candace must be balling. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm good, baby. Thank you for asking. Child, I'm here, you know, working, trying to have a little bit of a social life, you know. Ain't nothing too crazy, child. Mods are important, also needed when the chat gets crazy with bots. Yes. And we have been experiencing that in the last couple of chats, which is it's rare for me, but yeah. Yeah. Boiling as in crying or as in spending money. Okay, let's see what else is going on, y'all. Now, Kiarna and Wendy are having this exchange about you don't like her. You don't like her. Y'all, who do y'all think that they are talking about? I look pretty. Thank you, Antonia. I appreciate you, baby. Jameer, child. That one had my nerves so bad the other week. Yeah, people announcing that they're not wearing panties. Oh, Lord. Oh, by the way, y'all, speaking of panties and coochies and things like that, when you said keep your crabs to yourself, it reminded me of Jacqueline going around the room talking about somebody's coochie stink. I'm so glad that she's off the show and Mia is off of the show. Adrian, I missed you too, baby. I missed y'all so bad. I really did. I have been in the streets all week, but it was so good for me. I really just needed to like get out for a bit. I went out last week, Saturday, that community post that I posted on my community wall. I went out Saturday. I went out to the bar Sunday, then to the casino. I went out twice Sunday. I went out Monday. I went out Wednesday. I went out Thursday. I was out and about yesterday. I was running errands today. I've really been in the streets. So I've been having a really good time. I met a couple of new friends and it's just been really great to just, enjoy the last bit of the warmth, the last bit of summer, get some summer fits off, look pretty, smell good, feel like a Barbie, because I had really been like in a serious depression for a little bit, like just like quietly, and I could tell because I know myself. I know how my depression symptoms show up. And, there was a week that went by. It was actually the week after my birthday where I didn't even have any energy or desire to comb my hair. And I was like, oh, okay, depression is back. But I'm feeling better. I'm getting more sun. And I really missed y'all too. So thank you for joining, boo. Speaking of Barbie, the new Nikki treated SZA. No, ma'am. Huh? Are you talking about when they got into it back and forth? You better be outside, Bonnie, LOL, before it gets cold. I know that's right, Christian, because listen, when it gets cold, I be in front of the space heater, honey. Some people like the bots because it gives numbers, but people get them out the chat real quick. Yeah, I don't mess with that because the thing about bots, like, I don't care about the numbers that much. Like, I prefer us to have like genuine interactions the way we do all the time. It's never been about the numbers. It's always been about the community. That was how I built this channel. You know what I'm saying? Because, my people show up for me. That's what pushes me out into the algorithm. Like trolls and bots, like, no, thank you. I'm super good on that. And also, like, I would never want to alienate anybody in my audience. Y'all are important to me. Like that troll was saying some wild stuff and I had blocked them and then they popped back up again. And I just thought that I had blocked them and I felt bad because I don't want nobody in my chat or in my community to feel uncomfortable. Like this is my space. This is our space. So Nobody can come into like this space that we built with each other and make my people feel uncomfortable. Like I'm never gonna go for that. So exactly, Christian, a good Kiki with real community. Like that is what I want. Like I just want it to be real. And the chats that we have and how listen, I know I have a good thing. I know where my bread is buttered. So I'm never tripping off of no numbers for real. I know that the numbers will come. You know what I'm saying? But it's just more important for me to be real. I'm getting my electric blanket ready, child. I know that's right. Got to get that weighted blanket. We love you. I love you too, baby. Thank you. Child, Aaliyah. She was too much. Real ones love it here. Thank you, boo. I appreciate you. All right, what else we got here? So we have Kiarna yelling at Stacy, talking about something about you're flawed, and I would never leave you around my husband. And Stacy says to her, "Well, you don't have a husband." You ate that one a little bit, Stacy. You did. It was good, Antonia. That's what I'm saying. She chewed that. And I'm really looking forward to a second season from Stacy. Yes, she told some stupid lies, but all of these girls lie at the end of the day. That was a great clap back for me.
Stacy's been trying to get with Chris Samuels. Say what? You were trying to date Chris Samuels? Yeah, my ex-husband. Like, no, we're not doing that. Last time I saw you, you had a binder.
So apparently, Stacy was trying to date Chris Samuels, who is Monique Samuels' ex-husband. Allegedly, Monique is coming back to RHOP in the friend of capacity. I was hoping that she would be full-time because I don't know what we're going to get from her in a friend of capacity. Like, I don't really know what that means. How involved is she going to be? Like, I'll say this. I know that a lot of people are very excited about Monique coming back, but we have discussed this as a family, as a community, as Bravo watchers. We know that there is this phenomenon that when you don't like a certain persona, Candace, for example, and then there's a person who goes against them, then that person all of a sudden is a fan favorite. So I'm just really curious how she's going to fare now that Candace is not here and it's just her versus Giselle, because Wendy is saying in this clip, the last time I saw you, you had a binder. Yeah, the binder was full of receipts for Giselle. So why'd you beat Candace up? Misguided, misdirected, misplaced anger. I'm just curious, will she be accountable? Will she own that this was misguided, misdirected, misplaced anger that she took off, she took out on Candace, but it was really actually meant for Giselle? Listen, I know a lot of people love her, but Rodney the Voice says this. Shout out to Rodney the Voice. When she left Real Housewives of Potomac and she went over to Love and Marriage DC, people didn't really seem to care for her. People didn't really like her personality like that. She and Chris seemed to be getting into it. They were having their marital issues and woes. I'll say this. When Monique and Chris were on the show together, I thought he had a very barbaric Neanderthal way of communicating. Everything was about sex. Everything was sex-based. I feel like those kinds of men are dangerous. Like, you can't reduce everything down to sex. You just can't. You have to be a real person sometimes. I don't like stuff like that. Monique never apologized to Candace. She sure didn't. Maybe he should give. What, Aaliyah? Yeah, which is why I understood how their marriage fizzled out. Yeah. Because if she's telling you, listen, I feel like I need more help with this and that, I feel like I need support. And he's telling her, well, I gave you all of the money. You're supposed to be doing what you need to be doing. I don't think it's about the money. I think she wanted more emotional support. And then he's making all of these sex jokes. The thing that men don't realize about like sex is like when things are easy for us, that's when we can overflow from this place of sensuality and sexuality. When things are rough and stressful, we're not trying to jump on the dick. I feel like it's very simple math and men just make it about, oh, she wasn't having sex with me. Did you create conditions and an environment where she felt like she wanted to be having sex with you? Because when things are good for me, I'm trying to have sex like twice a day. At least once we got to get it in. Like we not going to sleep without getting it in. So are the conditions safe for her to be in her sensuality? I'm just saying, as a woman, he was physically there, but he was emotionally unavailable. And there we have it, Shayla. There it is, baby. Monique was a little meaner over there because she set a precedent that she wouldn't be made a fool of again. I can almost bet on it. Ooh, which is why I understand how the marriage fizzled. A lot of women are married single mothers, child. Yes, money would help for some. Sometimes you want the other person to be present in the lives. Exactly. That's literally it. Like, yes, it's nice to have the money, but you can't throw money at literally every problem. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel like niggas understand that. And that's why they got divorced. Men also do not understand being a person who gets penetrated is very different. Yeah, yeah. It's a completely different sensation. So, and again, like the condition, the environment has to be right for that because literally on some literal biology shit, when you're aroused, when you're like more aroused, like your body opens up more. Like, you know, I don't mean to get explicit, but like the holes, like they open up more. And arousal, like it starts in the mind, it starts in the brain. Like you have to think something is sexy, like psychologically, mentally, emotionally, like you have to be in that place for that. And men think it's just as easy as like, no, like with a woman, it's not as simple as like just tugging on your dick. Things are a little bit more involved with us. So exactly, it's a little bit more vulnerable. And that's why I don't know. When people are like, "Oh, casual sex," I don't understand that cuz there is nothing casual about sex to me. There is never going to be anything casual about somebody being inside of my body. So, anyway, I love our conversations because we really be getting to the nitty-gritty. Okay, let me get back to it, y'all.
You want to say hello? I need some help with these hoes. Love you, Giselle. Catch the new season of The Real Housewives of Potomac.
Okay. Giselle says she needs some help with these hoes. I thought that's funny, but also, Giselle, why do you need help with these hoes? Why do you need help? Giselle fans, talk to me. Get down in the comments. Why does y'all's girl feel like she needs help? I thought she was in charge of the girls. Why does somebody who's supposed to be in charge of the girls need help? Why do you need reinforcements? because you're not that girl. You're not that girl. Which leads us to our other news about Miss Karen Huger, who was just released days ago. Now, let me go ahead and share my screen with y'all, child, because I thought that this was so funny and cute. But I was on Instagram and I was scrolling and I saw on my friend's story that he had went to, the Montgomery County courthouse to see Karen get out of jail. And I had messaged him and he had FaceTimed me, but I was on a work meeting. So I didn't get a chance to answer his call. But anyway, he had left me a voicemail on my FaceTime, which I didn't even know that you could do. Maybe it's a new feature, or maybe nobody has just left me a FaceTime voicemail. But I want to share this with y'all. I just thought it was so funny and cute. Shout out to my baby JC. I love him so, so much. Okay. Yeah. This was so funny to me, y'all.
Hey, Bon Bon. I ain't want nothing. I just was calling to tell you that Karen looks good. The Potomac season is coming, and get your cameras ready, okay? Because there's going to be stuff to talk. Hey, Bon Bon. I ain't want nothing. I just was calling to tell you that Karen looks good. The Potomac season is coming, and get your cameras ready, okay? Because there's going to be stuff to talk.
I just thought that was so funny and cute. So shout out to my homeboy JC. Now there are some cast photos, and y'all, am I tripping? Or aren't these the same cast photos from last season, from last year? Is this a new hold on. RHOP season 9. Am I tripping? No, it's the same dress that Giselle had on. What the fuck is this? Y'all. Okay. So Karen is out, right? Before I even get into like the cast photos and how ghetto I think all of this is for real, really quick, just to circle back to Karen. I was shocked that she was getting out so soon because I thought she was supposed to be doing a year. And I know good and goddamn well a full year has not passed. I know we just talked about that. Her going to the clinker 6 months ago. How did she get released so soon? I don't want to sound harsh when I say this, but I really do think that she should have served that year. This was her 4th DUI. Karen needed to learn a lesson for real. Like, I just don't know. You know what it is too? Karen is not humble. Karen is not a humble person at all. She sat up in that man's face, in that cop's face, drunk, like nobody's business, and just sitting there being indignant as fuck. Now, when she told him that he was poor and white, I was like, oh, you ate that. That was one from the ancestors that came up out of her spirit. But other than that, I just felt like she was out of order. I don't like that she was released so early. She needed to be in jail for a year. You needed to be in jail, babes. 4 DUIs. And then the thing on top of it is like this whole conversation about alcoholism. Yeah, we can entertain the idea that Karen is an alcoholic. I'm okay with that. We're not going to sit up here and act like alcoholics don't know that you're not supposed to drive drunk. It's plenty of alcoholics. It's plenty of people who love to drink and get pissy drunk, and are smart enough to know that they're not supposed to be driving nowhere. Karen Huger is not some run-of-the-mill everyday woman. Even before she was on Real Housewives of Potomac, Karen had money. Karen had enough money to get around. And here's my other thing. As a woman, as an adult or whatever, if you don't have enough money to get around and pay your car fare and pay for an Uber, you need to stay in the house. You need to be in the house with a bottle of Tito's. If you don't have money to pay your way as a woman, don't be outside, because that's dangerous for you. So it doesn't make sense. It just defies all logic why you would not arrange yourself an Uber, a comfort. You want to play a little bit more money to, jump in an Escalade or a Range Rover or whatever. You will get a safe ride home, baby. They have a feature on Uber where you can share your ride information, and somebody in your contacts will have the map and can follow the car with you. It's never that serious, y'all. It never, ever is. Entitlement. Exactly. Keisha, I'm definitely going to go ahead and research that. Thank you, babe. She should have had a driver to carry her around. Now, Antonio, remember, now it was rumored that Blue Eyes, was her driver, and she was messing around with Blue Eyes. And now I don't know if that, created a spot of contention between she and Ray. Get a lady driver. Get a lady driver. There are plenty of women who know how to drive and drive safely and would be happy to have a little job taking Karen up and down the street, to and fro, to Montgomery County, to PG, to DC, to Baltimore, to wherever. Anytime I get a woman driver in a Lyft or Uber, I'm always so happy. I always feel so relieved. I'm always like, low key, I probably shouldn't feel that safe, because, sometimes women can have nefarious intent as well. But I'm sure there's plenty of women that she could have hired if that was a spot of contention, or, Ray was feeling insecure. He don't want no man driving his lady around or whatever. Come on. Yes, exactly, hot. So no excuse. I do feel like, since I know that the Bravo cameras were outside of the Montgomery County um uh jailhouse, whatever precinct, I know that the cameras are rolling, and I'm wondering if they're gonna do a special for her, like a hour, 2 hour special, something like that. You know, um, I'm just really interested to see how Karen is going to come back to season 12, or, what her demeanor, her disposition is going to be. Because Karen, let me tell you something right now. Let me tell you something right now, Miss Mamas. If you get on my TV with your ass on your shoulders, if you get on my TV thinking that your ass weighs a ton, if you get on my TV acting haughty, I'm coming for you. I'm going to get you. I will. I'm going to get you, girl. So you better come to me humble. I want to see some real accountability. I want to see it. Own your shit. Own your shit. Part of the human experience is making mistakes, is fucking up. You have to be accountable. Nobody else can hold you accountable as a grown person. Yes, people can bring something to your awareness, but you as an adult, you have to woman up and have the pussy lips to be accountable for how you was moving in these streets. You was moving crazy. How embarrassing at 60 years old to be locked up for a DUI. You could have paid somebody to drive you down the fucking street, girl. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Hopefully she has to do some AA meetings. It would be good to capture that, to see that hot. I think that's a great idea, especially because there is such a huge culture around drinking. And then you hear these stories about how the producers keep forcing drinks, keep forcing cocktails and hard liquor into all of these situations to create a more heightened kind of volatility. One thing, oh no, I can't even give them no damn credit. I was gonna say something nice about Love Island. It's such a fucked up show, especially for Black people. But something that I do appreciate that the producers do is they're only allowed one drink, I think, or maybe two cocktails at the max per night. Um, my bad, y'all. I just got distracted by a notification. Um, oh, oh shit. I just went to Instagram. Apparently, Young Thug tweeted chapter ended. So maybe Mariah the Scientist broke up with him, child. And you know what? Good for her. Hi, Bonnie. I will catch the replay. Spending time with my mom. Shout out to you and your mom, Claudia. Thank you for joining, babe. And I appreciate you in advance for catching the replay. I hope you have an amazing Sunday with your mom. I appreciate you, boo. Exactly. As an adult, nobody can make you do anything. But what they can do is choose whether or not they want to mess with you or not. People don't have to choose to accept your bad behavior in their life 100%. 100%. But what was I saying before I got distracted by a notification? Oh, okay. So Karen is back in the mix, in the fold. Hey, shout out to the 50 people in the room with me on a Sunday. On a Sunday. 50 people, it would feel like a small church. Feel like a small intimate church gathering. So happy Sunday to everybody. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for being here with me. Yes, hit the like button. Like Claudia said, I appreciate you, baby. All right. So one more thing that I wanted to talk about that is RHOP related. Because I got to do my hair. I just washed it yesterday and I kind of just let it air dry. So it looks kind of scraggly. So I got to do something with it. But one more thing I wanted to talk about was yo, the official cast photos for season 10 of Potomac is just so talking about ghetto life in the ghetto. Like it's just so ghetto to me. What? Why is it the same cast photo from last year? What's going on, y'all? Bravo, where's the budget for these girls? Ashley does look really nice there. It's a big ass wig though, but Ashley does look nice. Hold on. Did Wendy have that same dress on last year? She did. Y'all, what the hell is going on? I remember that dress that Stacy had on. It's the same thing. Kiarna, same thing. With the bust down and the gold earrings and the one shoulder. Okay, now here's something different. Now we got Jazzy. Oh no, that's not different. It's not. I'm just kidding. Because The last cast photo from last year, it was her from a different angle. So I guess I hadn't seen the entirety of this dress. Damn. She kind of gives me like Tinkerbell a little bit. I don't really love this dress, but where was the budget? This is Angel. This is the new young lady, Angel. Is she not on Instagram? Angel Angelera? What? I don't know if I believe that that's her name. Maybe this is a typo from OMFG reality TV. So I won't hold them to that. This is Tia, aka the Glover girl. I think she looks gorgeous. I love this dress. I think actually, let me see who has on my favorite look of these girls. I like Kiarna's look. I hate that dress that Giselle has on. I like what Ashley has on. I don't know why there's one glove. Okay, that's a choice. I don't love this dress by Wendy. It does look nice on her. Cheap. I don't really love what Stacey has on. It looks a little cheap to me. Kiara's dress, it looks nice. It's a nice dress. I wish there was something else going on here. Maybe something on the arm, a little armband. Something to zhuzh it. I don't love this. I don't love this dress on this young lady either. I do wish with her look, I think the hair is gorgeous and I think that the makeup is gorgeous as well, but she's very clearly a full figured woman. I would like to see some cleavage. I think that the cut of this top of this dress, it just doesn't flatter her shape. Like what? No, why? If you have titties like that, I don't want to see a bust line like that. I want to see some titties. I want to see some cleavage. No shade. But you know, everybody has their comfort level. She might be, I was gonna say she might be a more covered up curly, but I'm sure I saw some cleavage from her. So I don't think it's that. I just think that the cut of this could have been way more flattering. It gives me something that is like pulled off the rack. H&M Forever 21, which I don't mind as long as it looks nice, but I just don't think that this flatters her figure at all. This is a motherfucking dress. With the lace, with the neckline, it's the right amount of titty and cleavage. Her titties don't look pushed up into her neck. It doesn't look like it's hurting. The body is incredible. It's hugging her. She's cinched. It's perfection. And then it's kind of like, what's interesting about this dress is like, it looks like it's kind of like a shade of like a tealish blue on top. And then it cascades into green. So that was an interesting choice. Whoever, designed this dress, I love how it's not like all monochromatic. It breaks up the eye. It's really pretty. I thought that Tia is the best dressed on this promo. The dress is snatched. It is so correct, Nana. It's simple. It fits her well. Agree with you on that, Hot. Could she have used maybe a little something around the neck? Yeah, but I'll let that rock. I'm okay with that actually. I am so here for this. This tens. Y'all know I'm gonna always give the girls tens when I feel like the tens are due. This is it. Now, y'all. What the fuck is this? What is this? This is the dress that Monique had on season 5, only it was purple. And they photoshopped it to be green. I saw Monique make a comment the other day somewhere saying that she say that she didn't have time to take a pic, or she didn't feel like it. It was something very dismissive and something very flippant, and I didn't like it. And I saw a lot of people saying, oh, Monique thinks she's bigger than the program, and that's how I feel. You're not bigger than the program, mama. What the fuck was you doing that you were so motherfucking busy that you couldn't take a picture in a green dress? Don't be ridiculous. Don't piss me off, Monique. And it annoyed me because I remember that she used to talk Cash Money shit on the show. Like, oh, I don't need this show. You know, I'm just here. And, you know, my husband, da, 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 da. Miss, I don't need the show is back on the show, but you couldn't take the time to take a new cast picture. Monique, get out of my face with this shit. This is the kind of behavior, this is the kind of carrying on that I don't like. So I'm curious to see how Monique is going to show up. You think this is the best dressing look, Antonia? The one that Monique got on? I hate this. I really don't like this look. I don't like the shoulders. I don't like the shape. I don't really care for the silhouette. It's just like whatever. It's fine. It's an okay. Like it's fine. Like it was just something to put on. Would I wear it? Never. But listen, everybody's taste is different, right? I can go through all of these dresses. Like say, for instance, all of these dresses were on a rack. I would never pick this because it's just not my personal taste or excuse me, or style. This one I would put on in a heartbeat. Gorgeous. This I would not wear. This I would not wear. This, depending on the occasion, yes, I could see myself putting this on. Absolutely not. This I would not wear. This I would wear. This I would never wear. So yeah, y'all, that's how I feel. You know, I wanted to come in here and catch up with y'all on the things. I'm very excited about RHOP. You know, it can be a mixed bag with RHOP because, you know, we have dealt with so much in the way of just like colorism and just the girls being really vicious and venomous for no reason. But we needed the cast shakeup. We needed some new girls. We needed some new life, some new energy, some new story, and some new dynamics. So I'm really, really excited about this. Jelly Jab, I'm so late, but I want to drop some love. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you so much. Coco, what's up, baby? She better admit she has a problem with alcohol. She better. She better. Because as far as Karen is concerned, I don't think that it's enough for her to just show up and while everybody else is ordering cocktails and mimosas, she gets a water or she gets a club soda. That's not enough. Like, I get it, you know, in terms of optics or whatever, but I'm gonna need a little bit more. I'm reading some of y'all's comments. Y'all are so funny. Child, what happened to Not for Lazy Moms? I mean, she was talking her big ish when she could. She had to kind of come back a little bit more graceful and respect that she had to work for her coin now. What happened to Not for Lazy Moms? And the pose is auntie. I'm screaming. Y'all are so funny. Y'all crack me up. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. It's 4:30. Damn, it's 4:30 already. Child, I got to do something with this hair. I think I'm going to straighten it. Or I might put it in rollers. I don't know yet. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all so much. Please have a great start to your week. Eat something good. If nobody told you that they love you, I am telling you that I love you. Have an amazing week. Thank y'all for joining me. It's been a minute. I know it's been a little touch and go with me, but I'm going to be really happy actually to kind of just be back on a schedule. I think a schedule is good for me. I have my set days and I'm like, I know where things need to be. So yeah, y'all. I love y'all. Have a good Sunday. Jameer, mwah, hot. Antonia, Kamani's way. Everybody. Oh, wait. Somebody's asking me something. Bonnie, are you going to tune in to SLC? Yes, I'm going to be doing SLC, y'all. Are we ready for SLC? Y'all want me to review SLC, right? I figured y'all wanted me to cover it. I told y'all how I feel about, the mixed cast when, it'd be mostly white and then they throw in the blacks. I don't really care for that. In this situation, it actually works because they got the racists off of there, Jenny, the lady from there, a few seasons ago. So I feel like Mary is good where she is, y'all know how I am. If I see the racism popping up, because y'all know I wasn't with the shits for Miami. I don't play that. I wasn't watching Next Gen. What was the other one? Love Island. Please. Please. But anyway, I love y'all so much. I'm going to get out of here. Have a great rest of y'all Sunday and your weekend. Bye, y'all.